It's very. Oh, I didn't even tell you the complications that happened in between this. Okay, not being able to access your number is so frustrating. I didn't have my number, mind you, for like 36 hours. Okay, 36 hours I didn't have it. I was using a different number. I didn't know what I was missing, calls, whatever. Okay, in this time, of course, I end up playing like a Counter-Strike game offline, and I see Aiden from the yard, and he was playing with us, and he has all these cool Counter-Strike skins. So I was like, whoa, I want one. So I decided to go look online. Hey, what are the best sites to buy Counter-Strike skins? I've never bought a Counter-Strike skin in my life, okay? I buy cases, but I decided to buy a skin. And I was like, I've always wanted that AK case hardened knife, or AK. I really did. So I Google it. The first site that comes up is some like site called, I don't even know, tradeit.gg. So I'm like, tradeit.gg. Okay, don't use this site. Okay, I mean, I don't know if I'm just stupid. Whatever. I go to tradeit.gg. I look up case hardened AK. I find it. I look at all these. So I go and I click on it, and I'm like, I'm going to buy this skin. I'm going to because I'm on my CS arc. I've been eyeing this skin, the case hardened, for a long time now. I was looking through all the different ones. I was like, I want this one. So I was like, I was like, if you think about it, as long as don't use this logic. By the way, this is my logic. Don't listen. I buy the skin, I get to use it. The market goes up and I sell. So I'm getting paid to use a skin in my mind, okay? There is a world the market goes down, and yeah, that does happen, and that could happen. But in my mind, the world is that they could go up in 20 years. I don't sell for 20 years. I'm just getting paid to use a skin, okay? So I go to buy this skin. Okay, I'm so excited. It's $1,000. I'm like, this is it. All right, I'll explain to my mom later that I am spending $1,000 on an AK skin. She won't understand, but whatever. Okay, so I use my credit card. It gets declined, and I was like, what? Okay, so I go to my debit card, and then it's like, type in the 6-digit verification code sent to your number, and I was like, my number? I don't have my number. My phone was baked. Can't you understand? So I was like, shit. And then I see an option for pay with crypto. And I was like, I never bought anything with crypto, but I have some. And I was really itching for the skin, guys. Like, you don't get it. I needed it, okay? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to pay with crypto right now. So I go and I was like, follow all these things. And I was like, all right. Now you're gonna send this money to this Bitcoin, to this crypto address, some long thing with a QR code. And I was like, all right. So I remember that I had some crypto in my Robinhood account. So I go to Robinhood, and it makes me do all this verification thing. I changed my number in Robinhood to my temporary streaming phone number for all of this because I was like, I need it now. So I was like, change my number, send me verification code, yada yada yada. When I want something, I need it, and I need it now. So then I was like, yeah, send. And it was like, all right, you sure you want to send Bitcoin to this address? Verify you understand the sellers, legitimate, yada, yada. And I was like scanning my face, taking photos of my ID, and then it sends. And as I look over to the window to check if it's sent, I see that the window, like it said, your 20-minute session has expired. I went, what? Expired, but I sent the money. So then I was like, maybe it didn't send. So I just closed out. Okay. And I was like, it didn't send. We're good. Because, if it wouldn't, why would they take the money if it's expired? So I was like, that doesn't make any sense. So I do the transaction again. In my mind at this point, the money has not gone through. There's nothing sent. It expired. The address doesn't work. So I do the exact process one exact more time. And then that time it says sent. And I'm like, perfect. Then I check my outgoing transactions and it says 2 of them went through. And I was like, what do you mean? The first one went through? I thought the session expired. So I was like, frick, where did that money go? And then I look at the top one, and the top one says it went through as well. And I was like, oh, maybe it glitched, and they're actually 2 different transactions because or the same transactions. It just like confused. But then I looked and the amount was like slightly different because the value of Bitcoin had changed it in that 10 minutes or whatever, like by a tiny bit. So then I realized, and so I checked my Bitcoin. It went out twice. And the worst part is, then I checked my inventory on Trade It, and I never got any gun. No skin. And I checked 2 hours later. No skin. Okay? I don't get anything. I got scammed. So then I was like, well, I still need this case hardened AK. I'll figure out that money later. I'll call Robinhood. So then I go to a different site, CS Float. csfloat.com. And don't worry, this one's verified, okay? This one I had vouchers for on this. Is a good site. So don't try this at home. So then in my mind, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a cheap skin first to make sure it goes through. And then before I spend $1,000 on this thing. And then I was like, you know what? As punishment, I'm going to buy myself a field tested. I don't deserve a factory new. I don't deserve with a pretty one. I deserve a janky one, and I'll still have it, whatever. Okay. But then I found this gorgeous one that had like a lot of blue on it, and it is field tested, but you can't even tell. So, but you know, it was $1,000. And then I forgot about my entire rule about how I was going to spend a very little amount first to test it. I just sent it. Boom. And luckily this one actually went through. And so I did the crypto thing again, face scan, sent. They got the money. And then I just sat there and twiddled my fingers while I waited for the trades to go through. I bought it. And I got it, and it happened immediately. So I bought the skin. I bought my first Counter-Strike skin ever, for a 3x the price it should have been. But I'm probably gonna get my money back soon. I just have to contact the companies. I was told that I could maybe get it back. Sure. That I could get it back if I but check it out. Check it out. I even like these stickers. Skadoodle and Paz. Look how much blue it has. It's so pretty. Okay, I know a lot of people never liked this skin, but it's one of my favorite skins ever. I like always love it. And people are like, even back then I was like, I want the case hardened AK. And people are like, ew, that skin's ugly. I love it. Anyways, so this is my $3,000 field tested AK-47. Please tell me you love it, so it's worth something. F. Okay, you know, it's a sign. Stream, you know, I'm closing the game. It's because I have CSGO and Minecraft loading. That skin is a choice. So listen, the skin itself wasn't $3K. The skin was $1,000. I paid 3 times for it. But I'm going to get the money back soon. I just need to reach out to the company, Robinhood, who has good customer service, I'm hoping. And so I just need to ask them if they will give me the money back, because it went to like a dead address. So how did you pay 3 times for it? I just said I went to a bad website. And it could have all been, well, no, actually it wouldn't all been saved if I had just not had my number, if I had my number, but, kind of, yes, actually, because I would have used my credit card with lots of protection, you know, that's why we use credit cards over crypto, which is hella sketchy, and you can't ever get your money back, ever, if anything goes wrong, ever, in crypto, if it's sent into the universe, but if I just had my number, I could have just verified my debit card. Boom. If it went through, you know, then if it was nothing, then the bank would have helped me. But now I got to pray to, I don't know, face it, it's gone. No, it's not gone. I haven't reached out to customer support yet. I was very stressed because right after that incident, then I had to go to the AT&T store and we saw how that went. So anyways, that's the story of my, how I got my AK-47. Don't buy skins.